where there's a will, there's a way, and Rome wasn't built in a day, and it takes two to tango. All right, Joe? I was telling Richie here that of all my daughters-in-law, you have always been my favorite. I mean, you're not a loudmouth like William's wife, or a flashy dresser like Robert's wife. You're a nice, quiet girl with a good level head on her shoulders. And you know how to save money when you shop. Am I right, Richie? So what I mean to say is, so what's the story, Joe?
Well, it's a combination of a lot of things. Take my birthday, for instance.
Oh, do we have to go through that
Richie,
again?
let me tell it my way.
Oh, come on.
Children, please! Life is too short for fights, especially in times of stress.
I asked Richie to get me a book for my birthday.
What kind of book?
It was a book about Spain. You know, with color photographs. I've always had this big thing about Spain because I love Spanish music and Spanish people.
Oh, I love Spanish music too, especially the tango. Even on our honeymoon in Atlantic City, remember, Frank? They had a band on the boardwalk. And I wanted to do the tango. Frank said if I wanted to do the tango, I should have married Rudolph Valentino.
100 people standing around, she wants me to get up and do the tango. They would have thought I was a fairy or something, all right? Go on, Joe.
Rudolph Valentino was no fairy, Frank.
Go on, Joe.
Well, I was just telling you that I saw this book about Spain, and a book to me means love, because when you give a book about a romantic place, you give something with pages in it, and each page could be like a day in your life, and the cover to me is like happiness. So it's like saying that every day in your life could be romantic in Spain and surrounded by a cover of happiness. So I mentioned to Richie that I wanted it.
She didn't mention it. That's all she talked about day and night for a month.
Well, he always forgot my birthday. I reminded him is all.
I didn't get it for her because I don't like to be told what to get someone. Maybe I wanted to get her something better than a book. Like, for instance, I saw this little stuffed spotted rabbit in the window. It was made out of real monkey fur. You wind it up, it says happy birthday, and it hops across the floor.
All they ever got me for my birthday was stuffed animals.
You used to love stuffed animals. You always wanted me to get you a lion or a dog.
But this time I wanted a book.
So what did you get?
Huh?
For her birthday.
Nothing. I forgot what day it was.
Anything that's important to me, you forget.
Well, then you made such a big deal out of everything I wanted to forget.
Yeah, the other day I got you up for a good can opener.
Well, I got you the damn book anyway, didn't I? I got her the damn book anyway.
Yeah, don't forget to come home with a nice can opener that doesn't rust. She comes here every month.
I didn't throw it at you. I handed it to you and said happy birthday. You took the book, tore the pages out, and flushed them down the toilet. Well, you're not going to tell us the way it really happened, then let's just forget the whole thing, all right? Oh, sure, no, forget the whole thing.
What's the story? All right. Now, I don't want anybody to talk until I ask him to talk, and then I don't want anybody to interrupt who's talking, all right? And then we can discuss this like civilized people and get to the bottom, all right? All right. Now I'm going to talk first. And then when I'm through talking, we can all discuss all the implications of everything I have to say, all right?
Oh, God, Frank, they're getting us along. Do something.
For Christ's sake, that's what I'm trying to do. Now listen to me, Joan. Maybe you don't think so, but I've been through these things and speaking from my own experience. Whenever there's difficulties in a marriage, it's usually caused by one of the parties involved causing friction. You know what I mean, Joe? Well, what I mean is one of the parties is causing it, and one of the parties is, you know what I mean, Richie. Well, what I'm trying to say is, when there's difficulties in a marriage, I mean, the two parties have got to, you know what I mean, Beatrice. What I'm trying to say is, Beatrice, why take Joan in the other room. I'm gonna talk to Richie alone.
Come on, Joan. Frank, you want a sweater? It's getting a little chilly.
Yeah, let me have my sweater.
Well, which one do you want, Frank? Your pullover or your cardigan?
Let me have my full, no, make it my cardigan.
Oh, your cardigan's in the cleaners, Frank.
All right, let me have my pullover.
It's a little heavy, don't you think?
Never mind. So, what happened? You had a little something on the side you found out about it, huh?
No, it's not.
Come on, you can tell me. I never told you this before, but you're grown up now. I strayed too when I was young. Well, don't get me wrong, I never went looking for, but you know, sometimes you're walking down the street and it falls in your lap.
You really don't have to tell me this, Pop.
It happens to everybody. I mean, I love your mother, but sometimes, you know, you need a little more stimulation. All right, thank God your mother never felt that way. Anyway, this one time she found out about it. Her stupid sister Pauline opened her big mouth. She walked out on me for 4 days. But then she came back. I mean, where was she gonna go? Just before that happened, I slipped and hurt my back on Pauline's porch. I was out of work for 2 weeks, and by the time I paid the doctor and the x-ray a week in the hospital, must have cost me $185 and $50 and about $310. I mean, I had an open and shut negligence case, but she got mad because they raised their insurance bill a lousy $7 a year. So to get even with me, she comes over here and tells your mother about the time she saw me in Big Joe's with a female companion. Anyway, for a while there, your mother and I had some difficulties. And like I was saying, when there's difficulties in a marriage, it's usually caused by one of the parties involved causing friction. In our case, it was Pauline. Stupid jerk. But she got over it. Just like Joan will get over it. I mean, women have a way of handling these things.
I told you, that's not the reason.
You're gonna sit there and tell me you haven't strayed once in 6 years?
Well, yeah, a couple of times, but that was just physical.
Then why do you want to get a divorce?
I don't know. I guess I got married too young. I didn't know who it was or what I wanted.
Who you are, what you want, and you get these questions. Not from me. I sent you to college to get an education, not these questions. You know what's the matter with you? You need a psychiatrist.
Yeah, I've been thinking about going to one.
What are you crazy?
I don't know what I want, but I do know what I don't want.
Then why don't you want Joan?
Look, Pop, when Joan and I first got married, we had a perfect relationship. She was working days, I was working nights. Then the more we saw each other, the more I realized that we were strangers.
Everybody's strangers. But you get used to it. After a while, you become deeper strangers. That's a sort of love.
No, that's habit, and I want more than that.
More. Everybody wants more.
Well, then why don't they go get it, Pop?
Because there is no more.
Oh, there has to be more.
More.
Look, Pop, we don't seem to be getting anywhere, so why don't we just forget the whole thing?
More. More. You know, you think I don't understand, Richie, but I understand. There was a time there with your mother when I thought maybe I didn't do justice to myself. I mean, I love your mother, but I never thought she was as intelligent as I am. And that used to bother me a lot. I mean, everybody wants to be married to somebody on a level. A couple of years before I married your mother, I met this school teacher. Her name was Mary Rose, a real society girl. She was Bulgarian. And we had everything in common, same interests, same mentality. I used to think that if I married Mary Rose instead of your mother, I wouldn't have yelled and screamed around the house so much. I mean, I think I would have been a different kind of person if I married Mary Rose. But she wouldn't go out with me. So I married your mother. Oh, I'm talking 1933 to about 34 years ago. That's a long time ago. You know the best thing about the past? It helps you to forget about the kind of things that would have made you happy. And so, like I said, for the last 15 or 20 years, your mother and I have been content. I mean, you're forced to find things in common. For instance, your mother and I are very interested in various kinds of food. Good roast beef. Nice leg of lamb smothered in onions. A Yankee pot roast, lots of little baby baked potatoes and gravy. There's always something to talk about. Who died? Who's gonna get married? Who just had a baby? How much should we give? Marriage can be a wonderful thing. If you can enjoy your wife for whatever she is.
And Joan, of all the pictures in your wedding album, this is my favorite. The whole family together, everyone happy and smiling, you and Richie, me and Frank, your mother and father, Richie's cousins, Freddie and Rita hugging, David and Loretta cheek to cheek, Carmela and Vinny kissing, Freddie and Rita hugging. Did you know that Freddie has not said one word to Rita in 2 years, and they're still together? David and Loretta, well, you know what the family says about David. He's a little funny, you know what I mean, peculiar. I don't think so, really. I mean, it's just his way to lock himself up in his room every Sunday and play with those little cars. Takes all kinds to make a world, Joan. Who's to say the man is a degenerate or worse? Carmela and Vinny. Wow. When Carmela and Vinny first got married, they moved in with Vinny's parents because Vinny was out of work a lot. And Vinny's mother kept complaining to Carmela. She kept blaming Carmela for Vinny's laziness. Well, one day, Carmela says to Vinny, "If your mother says one more word to me, I'm going to smack her in the face." And Vinny says, "Don't you lay a hand on my mother." And Carmela said, "Go to hell, the both of you!" And she stormed out the house. Vinny went chasing after her, grabbed her by the hair and dragged her back to the house. Carmela spit in his face. Then Vinny grabbed her by the neck and started choking her over the open window. And the superhero come in, grabbed Vinny off of Carmela, and they're still together.
Mother, I don't know. Maybe they're right to stay together. I just know that my problem with Richie is more basic.
More basic than Carmela and Vinny.
I'm sorry, Mother. I don't want to hurt you. I want to come closer to you than to my own mother.
And I love you like my own flesh and blood, huh? I've always been honest and truthful with you, Joan. You can talk to me. Tell me.
Well,
Yeah?
Mother, ever since I was 15, I loved Richie from afar. The whole time that we were going together, I was just floating on air, and we had such a good time together because we both loved the beach. Well, we were always kissing and hugging, and everybody said how good we looked on the dance floor. So I just assumed that one day we would get married and live happily ever after. But I guess we just weren't that lucky. I mean, I knew it was the real thing because I loved everything about him. I loved the way he moved. Sometimes I'd sit for hours and just watch him move around. And his hair. You're gonna think this is crazy, but I love the way his hair smelled. Like raisins. And when he kissed me, I never told him this. But the best part of being in his arms was that I could get a good whiff of his hair. And his arms were so strong and so smooth. Right here, you know, this part. I used to love to feel him go around and then down. Now I don't know if it's me or Richie who's changed. But somehow it's just no big deal anymore to feel him or to smell him.
Joan, darling, you don't even know what basic is. I'm going to tell you something that is so basic you won't even believe it. Now, what I have to say is very private, so I don't want you to discuss this with anybody. You promise me?
Okay,
Promise.
I promise.
Well, here it is. You see, Joan, I've had a very hard life. When I first met Frank, he was very handsome and so clean. So clean. Did you see Seventh Heaven on the Late Show the other night? Well, Frank was cleaning like that Charlie Farrell was in Seventh Heaven when he first met Janet Gaynor, who was very innocent like I was. And that's why it was a big shock to me on my honeymoon to find out what a physical person he was. Do you know what I'm saying here, Joan?
Sex?
You said it, not me. It's very hard for me to discuss these things, Joan. That's why I wasn't ready to get raped on my wedding night. Oh, God, if I live to be 1,000, I will never forget my rape with you know who. I was so nauseous. But I didn't say a word. I just ran into the bathroom and I locked the door because you know me, I don't like to make a scene.
Do you mean that you never enjoyed sex?
What's to enjoy? Love is not physical. Love is spiritual. Like the great love that Ingrid Bergman had for Bing Crosby and the Bells of St. Mary's. She was a nun, he was a priest, and they loved each other from afar. But Frank didn't want to know from that. Very hard for a man to understand what a woman feels inside. Although I tried to understand Frank. Not that there was much there to understand. But no matter how I felt about that business, Frank was my husband. And my body was his sacred erotic right. That's why I couldn't understand when Frank strayed. That's right, Frank. Look, it's a sin, but it happens. I left him for a few days, but I came back. Where was I going to go? And you know me, I always like to look at the bright side, I said to myself. At least she's the one who'll be nauseous now. I was very hurt, Joan. Very. But I stuck it out. And so did Frank. Because we believe in the highest form of love. Obligations. And as impossible as it seemed to be at the time, Frank and I still built a life together. See, Frank and I, we have a life together. Frank and me. Together.
I don't know what to say, except I love you and I hope you'll forgive me.
You mean after everything I said, you're still gonna leave Richie?
I'm sorry, Mother. I'll go say goodbye to Dad now.
Frank, Joan is leaving. Do something.
She's leaving? Did you straighten it out? How could she leave if you didn't straighten it out?
It's very late.
Do something, Frank.
Why is she leaving? Did you say something to upset her? Joan, I'm very sorry if be upset.
I didn't upset you, did I, Joan?
No.
Come on, let's go.
Where are you going? Where's he going? I'm not through talking to him.
Leave them alone, Frank. They're going together.
That's true. You're going together. That's nice that you're going together.
Right,
Now, Joan, you let Richie bring you some flowers, take you to a show.
Hey, buy her a new book. So, what was Joan's story?
She said that she loves me even more than she loves her own mother, that I've always been honest and truthful with her and she can talk to me.
Did she have anything to say about me?
She was shocked that you strayed, Frank.
For Christ's sake! Why did she have to know our business?
I was making a point about friction.
All right.
To err is human, to forgive divine.
All right.
What are we gonna do, Frank?
What can you do?
You live and learn.
You have to take the good with the bad.
What can you do?
You live and learn.
What will people say?
People don't have to know.
You raise a boy, you teach him values.
Stupid Paulie.
You teach him a family.
You have to take the good with the bad.
Life is for the living.
You should have busted her in the head.
I can understand her wanting to leave.
That's what life is.
I just can't understand her living.
You live and learn.
You have to take the good with the bad.
I think I'll have that plum cake now.
some more soup, Richie?
No, thanks.
Are you sure it's good soup?
I don't want any more soup.
How about you, Frank? Want some more soup?
No, I don't want any more.
It's very good soup.
All right, let me have some more soup.
Don't you want some more soup, Richie?
No, thanks.
You sure?
Yeah.
How about some more veal? You want some more veal, Richie?
No, Ma, I'm full.
Frank, you want some more veal?
Maybe later.
Butcher gave you good veal, Frank.
Yeah, he's a good butcher.
Not veiny.
I hate veiny veal.
So do I, Frank. Frank.
So, what's the story, Rich?
There's no story.
Or your family, you should tell us the story.
Tell us the story, Richie.
There's nothing to tell. We're breaking up, that's all.
If you're breaking up, there has to be a story.
How could you break up? You're a married couple.
You had a fight, is that it?
Nah, it's not.
If they didn't have a fight, how come they're breaking up?
Oh, God, Frank, they're getting a divorce. Do something.
Shut up, Beatrice!
I'm sorry, Richie.
So, what's the story, Rich?
We're just not compatible.
Did you hear that, Beatrice? They're not compatible.
I heard Frank, but I'm not listening.
They're married 6 years, all of a sudden they're looking to be compatible.
It's a phase they're going through, Frank.
These stupid kids today, they don't do themselves, so they get a divorce for kids.
That's what it is, Frank, for kids.
Look, it's the 1970s. It happens to a lot of couples. There's nothing you can do about it.
Never happened in our family.
We don't believe in it.
Happens to people who don't give a
You
damn.
think the King and Queen of England would get a divorce?
Of course not.
They don't believe in it.
That's why they're together all these years.
They know what would happen to England if they broke up.
These stupid kids today, all they're looking for is happiness.
Don't look for happiness, Richie. It'll only make you miserable.
If I want to be unhappy, then I don't want to be married.
What do you think? Only unhappy, only married people are unhappy? What about Eddie Shreve?
Or Tommy Pizzo.
Or your cousin Jerry?
Or that Father Burke.
You want to end up like them?
Unhappy.
Unhappy. Why do you think we all keep our marriages together? For happiness? Don't be stupid. For the family.
For the kids.
We don't have any kids.
I told you not to have any kids. I told him not to have any
You
kids.
didn't tell them not to have any kids, Frank.
You listen to me, you would have a lot of kids right away.
Then you wouldn't be able to get a divorce.
You would have had the kids to think about.
Children are a blessing in disguise.
Well, we don't have any kids. So we're lucky.
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 What about your nephew Mark? You and Jonah, his godparents.
You got a responsibility.
What if, God forbid, we all die in a fire?
We could get killed by a truck crossing the street.
Or die of a heart attack in the living room?
We could get electrocuted in the bathtub.
Dying is no picnic.
Look, if you're not going to talk intelligently, then I don't want to discuss it with you.
Oh, God, Frank, do something. Do something.
Don't tell me you're not going to discuss it. I'll take off my strap and give you a good beating. I don't care how big you are.
Don't you touch him, Frank. That is all you know is that strap. Where were you when he was younger and he really needed you to give him a good beating? Huh? It's your fault, Frank.
Don't give me that. It's your fault. You spoiled him. Every morning you make him bacon and eggs and toast and coffee. It's your fault.
It's your fault,
Will
Frank.
you stop it? It's nobody's fault.
Don't give me that. It's got to be somebody's fault. I want to know whose. I want to know whose fault it is. Now, who the hell can that be?
It's Joan.
Joan, what the hell is Joan doing here?
Oh, I invited her over.
Oh, what'd you do that for? You're just going to make it worse.
Worse.
Words.
I want to hear Joe's story.
It's not nice to play favorites, Richie.
There's more here than meets the eye.
Believe me, Frank.
This is stupid. You shouldn't have done it.
Richie, I asked Joan to come over because in times of stress, a family needs to come together and open their hearts and try to overcome whatever it is that's making people act crazy. I have practiced for any of my children. I raised you to be a good boy. I know this. Oh, God, why does something happen to me? I tried to be a good mother. All right, maybe sometimes I was a bad
For
mother.
Christ's sake, Steve, can you open the goddamn door?
I'm sorry, Richie. Hello, Joe.
Hello, John.
Hello, Dad. Hello, Richie.
Joan, I'm sorry about all this.
That's all right.
Sit down, Joe. What a pretty dress. Is it new?
Yes,
Well, the color is very becoming. What is that, a pale peach, a shrimp pink?
it's peach, I think.
Well, it is very pretty. Doesn't she look pretty, Richie?
Yeah.
Doesn't she look pretty, Frank? It's a pale peach, Frank. Want something to eat, Joan?
No, thank you, I ate already.
How about a nice glass of milk and some crumb cake?
No, thank you.
You got plum cake?
Yeah, from Cake Masters.
Send me a slice for later.
You sure you don't want any cake, Joan?
No, thank you.
Richie, cake?
I don't want it.
Frank?
So I understand from Richie that you two are having some compatible difficulties. Nothing to be ashamed about. Happens to the best of people. Even B here and I have had our little differences. And we're married since
33 years.
33 years. And anybody that looks at us will tell you that we are the perfect couple. But, take it from me, it's only natural that every once in a while you can't help but hate each other's guts. Am I right? I mean, that's what marriage is. And like I always say, where there's a will, there's a way. And Rome wasn't built in a day, and it takes two to tango. Am I right, Joan? I was telling Richie here that of all my daughters-in-law, you have always been my favorite. I mean, you're not a loudmouth like William's wife or a flash